What's good, my lovely spirits? It's your main man Solace here, the humble wise one. Today I want to do this video called Is Tupac Dead? And Aaron Hernandez. Now I'll start with Aaron Hernandez. For those of you who don't know who that is, that's the football player dude who was convicted of murdering a bunch of people. And they gave him a whole bunch of lives. It's not funny, but you do niggas any kind of way, you give a nigga 18 lives. Fuck 18 years, they give a nigga 18 lives. You black? Get that nigga 18 lives. Fuck a year. That's not enough time for niggas. They might come back to life, like Jesus and shit. They believe in that. Give them niggas 18 years just in case they come back. So this is how judges look at y'all when y'all go up in front of them. They like, oh, that's a black nigga. His charge is 5 years, but give that nigga 5 lives, because he might come back. Like Tupac and shit. It's a deep thing y'all gotta grasp. But a lot of people, they seen on the news that Aaron Hernandez killed himself 5 days after he basically beat what he was charged for. So he was charged with murder, and he beat it 5 days after he beat his appeal. I believe it was an appeal, but 5 days after he beat the appeal, he hung himself. Then they tried to throw in there that he had a gay lover in jail that he wrote a letter to and all this weird stuff. Now, you know this is weird stuff because he wasn't gay prior to that. So now he gay now? Okay, so I say, okay, I get it. Now, a lot of people's like, nah, he was set up and killed. Some people like, nah, he was just gay and he was on K2. Then you have those who were like, man, I don't know what's going on. And let me tell you what's going on. It doesn't matter if he murdered himself or if he was murdered. Don't none of that matter because he's gone already. So you gotta grasp. There's spirits that's been killed before him. There's spirits that he's killed that been dead before he died. Oh, it's just not good. Y'all don't grasp. All you niggas that like to kill got a good surprise waiting on you. Y'all don't need to be thinking about if Aaron Hernandez killed himself or not. All y'all need to be thinking about is y'all don't understand life and death, but death is a part of life and you got to live that out too. And it's a deep thing. Now, I'm done with that. Let's get into is Tupac dead? And a lot of people like to argue about this. Some people think he's still alive and he in Cuba smoking Cuban cigars with Elvis. But this is not true. He's in Cuba smoking Cuban cigars with Black Elvis. This nigga that I used to see on 106 in Park, Freestyle Friday. Shit was weird. But I'm just joking. But you got some people that think he's in Cuba smoking crack. You got some people that think he's dead. You got some people that's glad he's dead. And then you got 95% of people that love Tupac to death. Now, I like Pac. So I'm going to do him some justice today. And it's a deep thing I want y'all to grasp. Because a lot of people like, is Pac still alive or is Pac dead? And the answer is this. Pac is still alive. And I'm going to prove it to you. First thing y'all got to grasp is life and then what we call death. So this is all one thing, and it's a deep thing. So now if you could grasp that, then you have to grasp Tupac is still spoken of as if he's alive. He's still current. Now, I can't think of any dead person who's still current. See, Martin Luther King got a day, but people only think about him on that day in thoughts of being dead. So I've never known a dead person to still be current. See, you got those who think Elvis still alive when he died, but he wasn't current. Nobody was talking about him in today's music or those times' music. He was done. But people still talk about Tupac. When he was dead, he was still on the charts years later. And when people still speak of hip-hop, they speak of him, and it's a deep thing. Now, they don't do this with Biggie and nobody else like now. People still compare themselves to Pac. People still have him featured on their album. It's almost as if you remove the physical, he ain't gone. If you couldn't see and you was blind, would Tupac be dead? No. And it's a deep thing you gotta grasp. That's how you know he ain't dead. Because even if he is dead, he's still current. You can't call a man dead if he's still current. Niggas will beat your ass right now in real life if you disrespect Pac. Niggas was gonna beat Whack 100 ass. He a OG. He had to get online and be like, whoa, wait, I like Pac too. I'm just saying, he wasn't a G. And I never thought I'd see Whack 100 do that. I said, damn, this fame shit is real. He a Stone Cold gangster. To double back just a little bit. He was still gangster with his shit, so I ain't gonna knock him, but he said, I like Pac, and he threw out, but he came back and said, fuck all y'all. You'll start cursing Pac out for no reason and shit. Just cause y'all got mad. Boy, he ain't gangster. Whatever. But you know, it's a deep thing. You get beat the fuck up. Right now in real life. If I disrespect Pac right now, somebody gonna beat me the fuck up when I leave my house. They gonna pop out of nowhere, beat me the fuck up and run off. I'm gonna be beat the fuck up. Like, what the why? You know a nigga got beat the fuck up when the first thing he say after he get beat up is why? He like, why did the fuck it just happen? It's a deep thing. I just seen everything, man. Nigga get knocked the fuck out and look at you like, the fuck you want to do, nigga? But it's a deep thing. Nigga be knocked the fuck out, but he awoke, but he sleep. But Pac is current, and it's a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Whether his body is gone or not, it doesn't matter. What matters is he's still current. As he's spoken of still currently, as if he's still here. People still want to be like him, and it's just a deep thing y'all have to grasp. Can't call something like that dead. Niggas more popular than Jesus. Nah, I'm lying. You see how Jesus is still alive? The body gone. But people like, no, Jesus is here, nigga, and he's coming to get us. Then I be like, oh, so you in hell. They like, no, nigga, this ain't hell. And I'm like, see, this shit don't make no goddamn sense. Jesus coming to save you, but you not in hell, so where the fuck are you at? And that's what I'm saying. When you're dealing with Christians, man, you go nowhere. This shit don't make no sense, nothing they say. And I'm not disrespecting Christians. I love y'all. I used to be a Christian, so I ain't knocking. Don't get it twisted. Don't nobody need to beat me up. Please beat me up. But just forget that part. Don't nobody beat me up. Do it, please. Wait for me outside and get shot. Now, if you're a Christian, I just want y'all to grasp the things y'all say don't make no sense. And I'm not knocking y'all. But I'm just saying it makes no sense. And if you're a person who likes to try to save Christians from their stupidity, I want you to know you're wasting your time. Now you have a lot of Christians and all people in general who are in religions, but they're not truly in religions. They just fake with it. So disregard them. Then you have the small few who are really die-hard religious people and they Christians. And you're not never going to reach them. You got to grasp. They believe in a man is God. They believe Jesus is God, or he's the Son of God. And Jesus was a man. They never seen him, and nobody that ever told them this story, no matter how far back they go, they didn't seen him either. But they believe something they never seen. So this is unlogical. But they believe it anyway. So now you think you gonna be able to reach somebody like that? Because it don't matter what you say and how much sense it makes. Why would they listen to that? Why? Look what they believe. So you have to grasp. A lot of time we be trying to pull teeth. We trying to reach people pulling teeth. You like, why is Easter land every other time on a different day? Why Jesus was killed on Friday, then it's on Sunday, and you be trying, and I be like, they won't know they wasting their time? Motherfucker, they believe in some shit they never seen. Motherfuckers died 1,000 years ago. 1,000 years later, niggas still like, yeah, he coming to save niggas. Well, what about the niggas that died 1,000 years ago? He forgot to come and get them. I'm just saying, you go back 1,800 years. He forgetting to come get people. Y'all ain't a little nervous? It's a deep thing y'all gotta grasp. Now, truly, he never said he was coming back to get anybody, but y'all don't read the book. And those that do read it, they just don't have no perspective. Their perspective is whatever the hell they was told before they read it. So that's their perspective. It's like a nigga put a chip in their head and said, this is how you read that, and that's what that means. And then they read it, they like, yeah, that's right. But it's like I broke down in a prior video. Jesus was basically just talking about the sun returning after a long period of darkness. And this is why you have 1 BC, then 1 AD. Gap in time, a period of darkness. There was no sun. Men couldn't keep track of the days, lose track of time. And he was basically talking about that. And then he was talking about how the sun would eventually return. The Son of Man. Grass. Sperm is the spirit. The sun is the spirit. Same thing. The Son of Man will return and bring light back to the earth. And men could keep track of days and things like this. And that's what he was talking about. But, you know, people literally believe whatever dumb stuff they want. But I just want y'all to grasp this. The Bible say that you can't be homosexual. And I think the Pope just accepted homosexuality. So you have to grasp. If the religion can be altered by the Pope, then you gotta have a half a brain to know that the shit is a business. It don't got nothing to do with... It's a deep thing y'all gotta grasp, man. I hope y'all get a little wise. Just a little bit. It's your main man, Silas. I gotta go. I'm hungry.